How's it going, Laser Bruisers? Up, Bobby Sixkilla, and welcome back to Lacuna. Finally, it is finally time to get into this properly rather than just an impressions video. We need to head to the Sixkilla Hotel, I believe, because that's where we identified the shooter shot from. Although I imagine he's long gone by now. But you never know, there might be clues there. Yellow. Young, what's up? Listen, Neil. The police just got an anonymous tip from the Sixkilla Hotel. Whoever sent it to them didn't provide a lot of details. Just that they'd been in contact with a suspicious person. Why so vague? I don't know, but it looks like you definitely got the right building. Thanks, Young. Talk to you later. I knew that. Of course it was the right building. Train? Ah, train. Ah, unagi. Can we go now? Let me in. There's much training to be done. Sixkilla Hotel. I'm very excited to get right into this. The lore and all, you know? There's so much lore in the setup that it's obviously going to play a big role. Into the hotel. I shall. Is this why it's called the Sixkilla Hotel? Because there's a big Sixkilla tree there? Good evening, Neil. Hey, Saito. Looks like you beat me here. Well, the rest of us use cars, you know. I know. Let me bring you up to speed. We locked down the hotel and told the staff that nobody can go in or out. Holloway is keeping an eye on everybody in the lobby. I flew a drone up to the highest room. Long said that that's where the sniper might be. It's empty. Lights out and no sign of life. Figured as much. Snipers don't usually stick around. But I did see lights in the room below. Maybe the guest in there saw or heard something. I'll pay them a visit. The receptionist said that the sniper's room was rented out to a gentleman named Diaz. My controller just died. Apologies. That was annoying. I got his ID chip number already. Currently running a citywide search for it, but without success so far. That's very unprofessional. I apologize. Do we know what Diaz looks like? They don't have any surveillance cameras in the hotel. You know how it is. Rich people and their privacy. So no, we don't know what he looks like, but maybe you can find out. I opened a sheet. Let me send that to you. What'd you tell the staff? That we have reason to believe that a dangerous criminal escaped from the hotel. Good work. Let me know if you get a hit or on our perps ID. I'll be inside if you need me. Good luck. Sounds like we're gonna need it. Benny's murder. Evening. Good evening, Neil Conrad, CDO. Could you answer a few questions? Naturally. Do you have any relevant information on Mr. Diaz for me? Anything suspicious? Nothing out of the ordinary. I sent all the information we have to your colleague. Payment info, ID number, those kind of things. I see. I'd like to have a look around Diaz's room. Do you have a universal keycard or something? If it's absolutely necessary, yes. It is. Here you go, sir. But please be careful not to disturb any of our guests at this late hour. Thanks, I will. Good evening, Agent Long, CDO. Hey, Gary. I got a keycard. Let's have a look at Diaz's room. Alright, let's get up there. Please keep it down in the corridors if possible, and mind the carpets. I'm not gonna shoot anybody or cause damage or bleed all over the carpets or anything. Well, I hope I'm not going to bleed all over the carpets. It's going to go badly if I end up bleeding on the carpet. Investigate the rooms. Rooms? More than one? No need to get the gun out. There's not going to be anyone here. He knows what's good for him. He'll be long gone. An almost empty whiskey bottle. And a pretty expensive one at that, judging by the receipt. Alright, it's time to get some info on this guy. A piece of paper. It's empty except for the strange hand-drawn symbol in the middle. Might be relevant. Symbol? Fancy bathtub. Maybe the perp used it. We should have the whole bathroom checked for DNA. Sure. Not seeing anything else here though. Let's go up. What is this? Hey Gary, could you come over for a second? Did you find something? I'm pretty sure a piece of the window pane was cut out and put back in. Judging from the blue residue, they used a pocket laser cutting device. You think the sniper could have fired from here? It's possible. He'd have to be a really good shot, though. I also saw a tiny bloodstain on the carpet below. Maybe the perp cut himself when he handled the piece of glass. Good work. I'll go back to my post and call the DNA guys. Let me know when you're done. Well, that'll make it easy if we can just take his blood and we are done. A piece of glass was cut out and put back in. Not much else to see here, is there? Can we check this room down here? Maybe. B23. What the? Stay calm, man. We're with the CDI. And I'm the CEO of Norton Robotics. I'm serious. We're Agent Conrad and Agent Long with the CDI. I'm also serious. I'm Clarissa Norton, CEO of Norton Robotics. Oh. Didn't the CDI teach you to knock first? We're in the middle of a high-profile investigation. Manners still matter. On that note, would you mind calling off your armed drone? Fine. Please make yourselves comfortable. We'd rather stand. You need to answer a couple of questions. Everybody wants a piece of me these days. Make it quick, I'm a busy woman. Did you hear gunfire earlier? A gun? What kind of war zone is this? Answer the question, please. No, but now that you mention it, I heard some noise earlier, sometime between 1 and 2. PM? AM? What? I thought someone had popped a cork. Anything else? Make it quick, I'm a busy woman. Do you know your upstairs neighbour? Here in the hotel, I never saw him. But I heard him take a phone call in the corridor earlier, around 11 o'clock. At 11 in the evening, in the corridor. I believe he was pacing up and down the hall until the person he called picked up, then he went to his room. Was it a live conversation or did he get a recorded message from someone off planet? He spoke too, so it must have been a live conversation. What did he say? I don't know, I didn't pay much attention. He might not have spoken Garian at all. Anything else? That's all, thanks. So you're gonna leave me alone now? We might still have to bring you in for questioning. But for now, please stay put and wait for further instructions. Of course I'll stay, my tea isn't even cool enough to drink yet. I was gonna have a whiskey, but that stuff tastes like cheap knockoff around here. Talk to Gary, eh? A phone call at 11, and noise between 1 and 2, AM presumably. I think we're done up here, let's go downstairs. A couple of potential witnesses are waiting in the lobby. We really need to track that Diaz guy down. Maybe one of them has seen him leave or even spoken to him. Go ahead and question them. You should have a look around, it's no crime scene, but you never know where you find a clue. I'll be waiting at reception. Come talk to me once you think we're done with this place. Okay. Talk to Saito. Is he outside or is he in here? Saito, anything new? Well, I tried to find out how Diaz escaped from the hotel. Banny was shot at 1:39, and I suppose that Diaz left shortly after that, probably between 1:45 and 2:15. So we have an idea when he left. The big question right now is how. There's a functioning ID scanner at the door that only picked him up once when he arrived. That means he can't have left through the front door. Could he still be here? No, I've had my drone scan the whole building for his ID twice already. He must have gone out through the back door, but you don't get far that way by foot. My theory is he was picked up by a getaway driver in the backyard. There's a vehicle tracker on the launch pad that scans each car at the exact time it lands there. Cars aren't allowed to stick around for long on the launch pad. It's meant for quick deliveries and pickups. Here's the thing. I went to ask the guard to pull the data for me a couple of minutes ago. He said someone had turned it off earlier tonight. Swore it wasn't him and that he hadn't noticed. We have to find out who it was. If we confront whoever helped Diaz get away, we might find out where he went. I'm sending a sheet to your cell. Submit it as soon as you think you know who disabled the tracker. Maybe the traffic data will still help, even though parts are missing. The guard says your AR module can read it directly from the scanner on the launch pad. Roger that. And you? Excuse me, sir, can I ask you a question? Happy to help. Did you see anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? No, I was fast asleep until I got called down to the lobby. I have my own room upstairs. Your own room? You live here? Mostly, yeah. Thank you. Happy to help. My colleague said that the guard is in charge of the vehicle tracker in the backyard. Is that correct? Yes, Mr. Smith. Is the tracker ever turned off? Turned off? No, it operates around the clock. And it doesn't usually break or ever have hiccups of any sort? I don't think so. It was installed the day before yesterday. I can't imagine that it's already acting up. But Mr. Smith can certainly answer your questions about the tracker in more detail. He's usually not in contact with our clients. I apologize if he appears untrained. Thank you. What does Diaz look like? Do you know what Mr. Diaz looks like? Unfortunately, I never met him. The reception wasn't occupied when he checked in last night. He used our electronic check-in service. Thank you. That's all for now. Alright, we need people that we can talk to. Oh, what is this? Oh, that means we can sit down, right? Yellow. Excuse me, sir. How can I help you? Did you see anyone leave between 1:30 and 2:15? I was right here all night, but I didn't really pay attention to that. Sorry. We gave a concert earlier and I kept playing for the people that stuck around. Thank you. Have you ever met Mr. Diaz? Diaz, the guest from the 8th floor. I think I talked to him yesterday. He was having a late night drink at the bar after he arrived. I was picking up my things when he went to his room. I asked him about the viola he was carrying. Quite an expensive model, I have to say. Do you mean the gun? A viola, huh? Did he show it to you? No, he kept it in his case. He generally wasn't the talkative type. What does Diaz look like? He's a redhead with a beard. Thank you. That's all for now. I presume that the viola case had the gun in it, right? Excuse me, madam, could I ask you a few questions? Okay. Did you see anyone leave between 1:30 and 2:15? No, I was in the back of the kitchen, cleaning some glass. Had a lot of dishes to do after the concert tonight. Can I go now? I have a young boy at home and the sitter can't stay much longer. I'm sorry, but the hotel's on lockdown until further notice. You might want to give them a call. It could be a while until you can leave. Thank you. I have another question. Have you ever met Mr. Diaz? Diaz, doesn't ring a bell. Don't think he ever came to my bar. Thank you. That's all for now. She's gonna be pissed about being stuck around here. Are you the guard, are you? Evening. Could you answer a few questions? I heard that the vehicle tracker was turned off tonight. Do you happen to know why that is? No idea really. It's supposed to be running around the clock. Are you sure it was turned off and didn't just malfunction? Pretty sure it said it was offline. I just turned it back on and it seems to be running fine now. Plus, it's only been there for 2 days. It's a good brand too. Can it be turned on or off anywhere other than this booth right here? No. And it's just been you here all night, nobody else. Well, sometimes I take a break. I usually ask Felicia or Burned to take over and keep an eye on everything. Felicia or Burned. Felicia's the bartender, the one who won't shut up about his stupid kid. Burn's the pianist. Did they take over for you tonight? Yeah. Let me think. Felicia at 10, Burned at 0:45. Both for about 15 minutes. Oh, it's not looking good for you, Burned. Not looking good at all. Plus your description of him sounds very unlikely. Redhead with a beard, and he sounded pretty with him on it. Have you met Mr. Diaz? Diaz, who's that? A guest from the 8th floor. He arrived last night. No, I haven't talked to a guest in a while. Thanks. Did you see anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? Or a car pick someone up? Could be. A bunch of people got picked up after the concert. But I'm more interested in people going in than out. I see. When was the concert over? Started at 20:30 till 10:30. Took about 3 hours. But some people stuck around the bar a little longer. Thanks. That's all for now. I would say it's looking very dicey for Burned. Very dicey indeed for Mr. Piano Man. What do we got here? Sorry, am I interrupting something? No, going for a smoke? Yep, might as well. It sounds like you're gonna keep us here for a while. Probably. Hey, I have a question. Do you always store your whiskey in the backyard? That's an expensive brand to just leave out here. Oh, looks like they forgot to bring in part of tonight's shipment. I'll let the bartender know. Was the whiskey dropped off here by car? Yeah, the alcohol often comes in pretty late. Do you remember when they landed tonight? No. Wait, I do actually. I saw them arrive when I went back in after a break. It was precisely 10:10. Are you sure about the time? Yeah, I was looking at my cell right at the moment because I got a message. Thank you. Is that relevant? I hope it's relevant. I don't know if it's relevant. Oh, what do we got here? A camera. What do we got? 1004 was the last registered car. So the... Interesting. I don't know if there's any more stuff to find out. I think that's us. Oh, hello. Excuse me, madam, could I ask you a few questions? The vehicle tracker was turned off earlier and I'm trying to find out why. Do you know anything about it? I heard that you briefly took over for the guard a while ago. I did, but why would I turn off the tracker? I wouldn't even know how. Thank you. That's all for now. Mr. Burned? Excuse me, sir. How can I help you? The vehicle tracker was turned off earlier tonight. I'm wondering if you might know something about it. Did you stand in for the guard tonight? I did, but only for a few minutes, and I touched nothing. Was the tracker still turned on while you were there? I really don't know. I just sat there until he came back. Thank you. That's all for now. Submit the sheet. I'm out of info. There's nothing more I can get out of this. Alright, I'm going to run over the details and make a decision, I suppose. So he saw a car come in after the thing was already switched off. Ah. Okay, so this means that the scanner that registers the vehicles has already been turned off by the time the vehicle comes in to drop off the whiskey at 10 past 10 at night. Which means that when he was taking over at 0:45, the scanner was already long off before he took over. But when Felicia took over, the scanner was still on. In fact, if she was there for 15 minutes and the last registered car coming in was 10:04, that means she was at the booth when it stopped functioning. Felicia, baby. It's Felicia. That's what I'm calling it. It's Felicia. The bartender. Submit. God, I hope that's right. But according to the evidence, it stopped working while she was sitting there. Excuse me, I'm afraid we have to have another chat. I've really got to get home soon. I don't know if you have kids you've got to take care of. The guard told me that you took over for him during his break at 2200. After that, no more vehicles were scanned on the launch pad. However, the guard said that people were picked up in the backyard all night. According to the pianist, there was a delivery shortly after 10, but there's no record of it. The tracker must have already been turned off. Care to explain what's going on here? I don't know what you're talking about. If you won't be honest with me now, I'll have to take you in for questioning. What? No, I have to get home. Mr. Diaz is suspected of being involved in an interplanetary murder case. I don't have to tell you how serious it is to be complicit in something like that. Murder case? Shit, I don't know what he was up to, okay? It was about the money. Did he kill someone? Please tell me everything from the start. Diaz was at my bar last night. He offered me a drink. At first I thought he was going to hit on me. But then he said he needed my help, that he was expecting a visit today, and that his visitor wanted to stay under the radar. He asked me if I could do him a favor, and turned the car tracker off. Offered me a bunch of money for it. I had to take it. I really needed it, okay? I didn't think it would do any harm. I assumed it was about a secret lover, maybe a famous one. Wouldn't be the first time around here. It's also pretty commonplace that our guests ask for special favors. It was a pretty small one, honestly. And then I saw Diaz leave tonight. He was picked up by a guy in a white van. I realized he'd lied to me and I got cold feet. That's when I called in the anonymous tip. So that was you. Why didn't you say right away that he got away in a van? I don't know, I panicked, okay? I said he was suspicious and I hoped you'd take it from there. I didn't want to implicate myself by drawing attention to the car. I see, a white van, huh? Did you catch any more details about the car or the driver? No, I'm sorry. What does Mr. Diaz look like? He's skinny, tall guy with red hair and a red beard. Please, you have to understand. I didn't think it was a big deal. You can't tell anyone. I can barely make ends meet. I can't lose my job or go to jail. I have a son. Oh, God. I'll think about it. Look, you didn't kill anyone. I understand. I get it, right? You really shouldn't do that kind of shit, though. I think I might know how a guy escaped. He bribed the bartender to turn off the vehicle tracker in the backyard. After she did that, a white van came and picked up Diaz. The bartender gave the anonymous tip to the police when she realized that Diaz had lied to her. Sounds like a risky plan, banking on the cooperation and silence of a stranger like that. I think that part was improvised. The tracker was installed only 2 days ago. Don't you think she might have been an accomplice from the get-go? Unlikely. If she was, I don't think she would have called in a tip. Or stuck around here. She would have left when he left. Maybe, but we should arrest her just to be sure. Leave her be, leave her be. There's no way. Honestly, just leave her be. We got bigger fish to fry. What are you talking about? She's clearly involved in this whole conspiracy, knowingly or not. She did something that she thought was insignificant to make some extra money. She's probably underpaid and she has a kid. Do we really want to risk her going to jail? She should have thought of that. Knowing makes us complicit. We'd be breaking the law. The law and justice aren't always the same thing. Gentlemen, I've been looking into the white van while you were talking. A vehicle matching the description passed by a nearby security camera at about the right time. Pretty sure that's it. I followed its trail. It was last scanned a few minutes ago and seems to be parked now. Where? In the lower layers, just a few train stops away. Excellent work, Conrad. You go and check it out. I'm waiting here with the chief. He's on his way. Wanted to see this place for himself. And I'll get back to HQ. I'm more help with the database at my fingertips. Copy that. I'll catch the next train and keep you posted. Back to the train. You know we love the train. I don't know if I did the right thing, but I don't think one small mistake to try and make ends meet for a poor person who's trying to make ends meet should cost them their life and their child. I feel like that's a bit much. I mean, the outcome was pretty extreme, but come on. I'm too soft. That's why I could never be a detective in real life. I'm way too soft. Gara, Causeway Canal. Alrighty. Track down Diaz. Gotta find that white van, I assume. Yellow? Hey Neil, did you find the van yet? Looking at it now, seems like they dumped it. Figured as much. I dispatched a team to your location that'll give the van a thorough screening. You should leave it behind and go after the perp now. Maybe he's still close. Be careful. I've been looking into Mr. Diaz some more. His ID seems to be completely fake. There's no record of it before he checked into the hotel. Fake IDs are very hard to come by. You need a surgeon to put it in, and a very good hacker who injects it into the federal database. This is yet another sign that we're dealing with a big fish here, or more likely, a bunch of them. Copy that. Thanks for the heads up. It's supposed to be the van we've been looking for. It has no license plates. Well, that would stick out like dog's balls, driving around with no license plates. You don't look like you're here for the concert. I wish I was. Can I ask you a question? Did you see the person that landed the van over there? Do I look like a snitch to you? Do I look like police to you? Fair. If you're not a cop, what are you? Neil Conrad, CDI. Damn, CDI? That's even worse. Look, did you or did you not see the driver? I'm trying to find out where they went. I've only been out here a minute. My dog needs to take a leak and then we're going back in. You're taking your dog to a concert? He appreciates good music. Are we done? If you didn't see anything or anyone suspicious, yeah. Look man, everyone around here probably looks suspicious to you. If you want to do some actual good, have a look around down at the pier. My friend Rob keeps having trouble with his business. Some arseholes climb onto his boats, leave their shit behind, make a mess. That's maybe something to look into, but then you're not really interested in helping the community, are you? You have me all figured out. Have fun at the concert. Asshole. What do we got here? Okay. Ah, good sit. Nothing like a good sit. I guess we're going down to the canal then, because I don't have any other fucking leads. Now do I? Oh, I need to find a tall person with red hair and red... A tall, skinny person with red hair and red... beard. You can have a cigarette. Maybe that'll help. Definitely feel better after a good cigarette. It's beautiful on the pier this time of night. Gotta get that brain working, you know. Get that detective brain working. Aha! Should have had investigation mode turned on, huh? The rope on this bollard seems to have been cut recently by a pocket laser. A pocket laser, even. Oh, hello. Excuse me, sir. Huh? Have you been here all night? Who's asking? Neil Conrad, CDI. I'm here investigating a case. CDI? Every time you're looking for a culprit, it's always down here, huh? We're all from the same city. Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. I noticed a rope over there that looks like it's been cut recently. Do you know anything about that? Did Rob call you here? Rob? Didn't think so, but he's still going to want to talk to you. Rob, somebody's here about your boat. Well, tell him to get up here. You heard the man? Well, I was looking for you, Rob. Don't worry, I'll help you out. Hey, that's the first time the cops have responded to my call. I had some punks vandalize one of my boats last month and nobody showed. I'm not with the police. Sorry to disappoint you, I'm not actually with the police. Neil Conrad, CDI. CDI? What the hell are you doing here? I'm investigating a different case. You might be able to help me. And what about you helping me? Why does the police ignore me and everyone I know? I don't know, but you have to listen to me. The man who stole your boat might be very dangerous. Help me find him and I'll get your property back. When did he steal it? It's 3:40 now, a good hour ago. I heard the engine start and then Ed yelled something. Ed, the man down at the pier? Yeah, he wanted to stop the guy, but he's an old man, you know? I went out to see what was going on, but the boat was already leaving the port. I see. How long had it been in this harbour prior to being stolen? Over a week? Wasn't booked a lot lately. Is there any way to track it? All boats go in or out are picked up by a scanner at the port entrance. The port AI next door has the data. We're able to spit it out if you tell it you're law enforcement. I'll give it a try. What's your ship's ID? No idea. It's called Berta. Don't you have a record of that? I don't know what to tell you. It's Berta to me. Will the name show up in the system? No, but it's painted on the side. Do you know anything about the thief? No, except that it's probably a Savian. What makes you think that? Because it was Savians who vandalized my boat last month. Is that what you're basing this assumption on? Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? Did you see the thief? No, but Ed saw him. Ed didn't seem too keen on talking to me earlier. He's an old grump, that's for sure. Any chance you could convince him to help us out? Ha! Nobody tells Ed what to do. Least of all you upper folks. One of you bureaucrats chased him out of his old harbour. And if he ever had any sympathy for you, that's where it ended for sure. Sounds like that's something important to Ed, huh? Won't shut up about it, so are you bringing me my boat back or what? I'll do the best I can. If it turns up, I'll let you know. Berta, huh? I guess we'll go check out the thing over here. Welcome to the Port Bureau, visitor. What can I do for you? Show me the recent traffic of this harbour. Access denied. Traffic data is not a matter of public record. I'm Neil Conrad with the CDO. Scan my ID. Scanning. Welcome, Agent Neil Conrad. What can I do for you? Today's traffic data. Come on. Understood. Displaying traffic data. Anything else? That's all. Hit me. Any updates? Not yet, but maybe soon. I think our guy stole a boat. A boat? Why would he do that? Maybe to avoid scanners? Boaters aren't tracked as closely as cars or pedestrians. Still, the boat should be easy enough to find. They're slow. And there are scanners at every port entrance. Problem is that I do not know what the boat's ID is yet, but I do have a record of the local traffic data on screen right here. Traffic data again, huh? Do you know when the boat arrived and when it left? Approximately, I should be able to identify the right one on that list. Just give me a moment. Okay, send it to me via the number pad as soon as you do, and I'll call you back if I find the boat. Will do. Talk to you in a minute. Incoming boats. Oh, what time was it? He said, I've got that written somewhere. Hang on. Let me just check. Logs. So I'm getting used to the buttons still. No. Here we go. 3:40. About an hour ago, so 2:40-ish. I guess. 2:40-ish. Oh, there's two. There at 2:39. Oh. Outgoing boats. There's two at 2:39 and one at 2:41. It could be any of those. I'll go talk to that other guy. I'm sure he'll know something. We've narrowed it down to 3 though. That's a good start. Yo. Excuse me, sir. Your friend told me that you saw the person who stole the boat. And what if I did? Then could you describe to me what you saw to help me track it down? You're CDI, you said. That's correct. That means you're concerned with crimes, right? Like fraud and theft? Sometimes, yeah. You also help out folks from around here? We help everyone. Why do you ask? Look, I was thrown out of Lacuna Harbour the other day, and I brought this boat as a young man. It came with a spot there. The whole area is being turned upside down, construction everywhere, richer folk moving in. First they tell us it's no big deal for us locals. 2 weeks ago, I'm landing my boat. They asked for money. New management, they say. Of course, I didn't want to pay up. Truth be told, I couldn't have anyway. I called the company, all I hear is lawyer gibberish, so I decided to go elsewhere. Look at this pitiful pier I've been staying at. Not a single decent pub in sight. If you help me get my spot back, I'll tell you what I saw. I'll see what I can do. I'll be damned, seems like things are finally looking up. Let's connect ourselves. You can call me as soon as you have my spot. Okay. Here's what you need to know. My spot was at Lacuna Harbour, right next to the Red Herring. The Red Herring. It's a pub. Best one there is. I see, very clever. That's where you'll find my friend Fred, the harbour master. Go talk to him. It's a few miles down the canal from here. A few miles? Can't you just tell me? This is really time sensitive. Nah, we have a deal. Like I said, I got to shoot my shot. Fine, but it'll have to wait a while. I'm following a hot trail right now. Alright, we're going to try 788901, see what happens. It's around the right time. There are only 3 options. Into the train. Let's go. 241. He's rounding down, hopefully. There's 2 at 239, so the one at 241 makes more sense to me. Hit me. I got the ID you sent me and I found the boat. It's pretty far from you at the moment. I'll send someone to have a look. If anything turns up, I'll let you know. In the meantime... Saito? Hold on, I think I got a hit. A hit? On Diaz's ID chip. It got picked up just now. It's not close to the boat you sent me, but I'm sure it's him. Diaz passed through a train station on foot. So he got on a train. No, he was scanned at both exits. You're the closest agent to his current location. Get over there, stat. I'm sending reinforcements. Copy that. And the boat? Let the other team worry about it. You go after the sniper. I'm sending you the coordinates. Get on that train now. Thanks, I'll keep you updated. And with that, we need to wrap this episode up because we're out of time for today. I think we're making good progress here. Good progress indeed. I'm really enjoying the game too. I really like the deductive gameplay. It's very fun. You really like the one in the Sakura hotel where we had to figure out who turned the thing off. That was a good puzzle. I had to sit there and nut out. That's why I'm going to cut a whole bunch out of it, because I had to sit there and think about it for quite a while to figure it out. But good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.